The Young and the Restless, spoilers, full 30s update, the 11th of June, 2026. Hey everyone, welcome back to the blog. Today is Thursday, a beautiful day outside, but I wouldn't know because I've been staring at my screen for hours trying to make sense of the absolute chaos going on in Genoa City right now. Grab a massive cup of coffee because we have so much to unpack today and my brain is barely holding it together. So let's just dive right into the deep end because I honestly cannot believe what I am seeing on my screen this week. And I mean that. I have been covering this show for years and years, and sometimes you think you have seen every possible character combination, every possible alliance, and then the writers just throw a massive curveball at your head. We need to talk about Victoria Newman and Kyle Abbott. Yes, you heard me right. Victoria and Kyle finding common ground. I am still rubbing my eyes, trying to make sure I didn't hallucinate that entire scene. Look, we all know how Victoria operates. She is her father's daughter through and through. Victoria loves to defend Victor. She will defend that man to the ends of the earth, even when he is doing the most diabolical, manipulative, borderline illegal things to the people around him. She always finds a way to justify it. Always. And Kyle is the exact same way when it comes to his parents. Kyle will defend Jack because Jack is always trying to do the right thing, even when Jack is being completely clueless. And Kyle will defend Diane because, well, Diane is his mother and she has clawed her way back from the dead to be in his life. He has this blind spot for her. But in this case, something has shifted, something big. Both Victoria and Kyle are suddenly waking up and looking around and realizing that Victor has done something truly, deeply terrible to Jack this time. And it's bad, like really bad. We already know that Victor has been playing these sick mind games trying to ruin Jack's life. Victor literally teamed up with Diane to betray Jack, leaving Jack in a complete state of panic, thinking Patty Williams had done something horrible to his wife. Jack was terrified, and Victor just sat back and pulled the strings like he always does. But this time, it seems like he crossed an invisible line. Victoria sees it. Kyle sees it. So they are actually agreeing to call a truce. They are putting down the Newman Abbott swords for 5 minutes to see if they can help both of their families survive this mess. And honestly, I am here for it. It is so refreshing to see Victoria not just blindly nodding along to Victor's insane plots. Maybe I'm giving her too much credit. Maybe she will run right back to Daddy by next week. But for now, this alliance is fascinating. They are both just so tired of the collateral damage. Just tired, so tired. I feel that in my bones. But okay, let's pivot. Let's talk about the younger crowd, because things are getting incredibly messy over at Noah's new club, the Shadow Room. Noah officially opened the Genoa City replica of his Vegas club, and of course, it's already a hotbed for drama, because why wouldn't it be? And right in the middle of it all, we have Sienna and Audra. Let's be real for a second. Audra is going through it. She is really struggling right now. The aesthetic of that club, the whole Vegas vibe, it is a massive emotional trigger for her. She had that devastating miscarriage years ago when she was with Noah, and being in that environment is just ripping those old wounds right open. She is trying to play it cool. She always tries to play it cool, but she is hurting. And then there is Sienna. Sienna, Sienna, Sienna. What are we even doing with this character? She is an absolute menace. I mean, this is the woman who brutally attacked Phyllis. This is the woman who supplied Nick with the drugs that caused his horrific car crash. Uh, she is dangerous. She is violently loyal to Matt Clark and completely unhinged. And yet, she is dating Noah? Noah Newman? What is wrong with him? He has the absolute worst taste in women. He really does. He just wanders around Genoa City, completely oblivious to the fact that his new girlfriend is a literal psycho. So anyway, Sienna and Audra have this confrontation, and Sienna is not backing down, not even a little bit. Audra tries to intimidate her, because that's what Audra does. She uses her corporate shark energy to scare people off, but Sienna just stares right back at her. And you have to wonder, what is this really about? Is it just about Noah? I highly doubt it. If it was just about money or status, Sienna wouldn't care this much. No, this has to go deeper. This has to be connected to Matt Clark's own club in Vegas. And Holden is somehow in the middle of this too. Holden Novak, Malcolm's secret son, is hanging around the club, getting close to Claire. I feel like Sienna knows something about Audra's past in Vegas, something connected to Matt, and she is using it to assert dominance. It's a dangerous game. Sienna is not someone you want to push into a corner. Audra better watch her back. Seriously. She needs to be careful. And finally, oh my goodness, we have to talk about the fallout from that insane courtroom drama. I am still not over it. I really am not. Christine Blair, the bug herself, getting handcuffed in open court. It was wild. Just wild. Victor just sitting there with his cold, emotionless face, watching his pawn get taken off the board just to protect his own empire. And Phyllis with that smug, triumphant smile after Michael Baldwin proved the emails were AI generated by Newman Enterprises. Phyllis always gets away with it. Always. She is like a cockroach. You cannot get rid of her. So now Christine is dealing with the aftermath. She was forced to drop the charges against Phyllis. She had to swallow her pride, which we know is massive, and admit defeat. The AI frame-up worked, or rather, it failed so spectacularly that Christine took the fall. So Christine goes home, traumatized, exhausted, and she tells Danny what happened. She tells her husband that the mother of his child just walked away scotangent free again. And you would expect Danny to be furious, right? You would expect him to hold Christine, tell her it's going to be okay, and curse Phyllis's name to the heavens. But no, Danny's reaction completely surprises Christine. And it surprises me too, honestly. What was he thinking? Why is he acting like this? The spoilers say Christine is caught totally off guard by how he responds. So what does he do? Does he actually forgive Phyllis? Is that it? After everything Phyllis has done, after she faked her death, after she dragged their son, Daniel, into her toxic mess, does Danny still have a soft spot for her? Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe Danny is just completely numb to it. Maybe he tells Christine that he doesn't care about Phyllis anymore, but he is siding with Daniel. Daniel has been trying so hard to just keep the peace, trying to mediate between his mother and his stepmother, and it is destroying him. He is so exhausted. Maybe Danny looks at Christine and says, let it go. For Daniel's sake, just let it go. And how is Christine going to handle that? Christine does not let things go. She has been fighting with Phyllis for decades. Decades. since the 90S. She is not just going to drop this because Danny wants peace. She was humiliated. Uh, she was put in handcuffs. She is going to want revenge, even if she has to go outside the law to get it. Or maybe I'm reading too much into it. Maybe Danny just gave her a blank stare because the writers don't know what to do with him right now. Okay, that sounded harsh, but you get what I mean. The pacing has been so weird lately. One minute we are going 100 miles an hour with AI frame-ups and car crashes, and the next minute we are sitting in a coffee shop talking about feelings. It gives me whiplash. It really does. But going back to Victoria and Kyle for a second, because my brain just keeps looping back to them, I really hope the writers explore this dynamic more. Victoria needs a friend who isn't on the Newman payroll, and Kyle needs someone who understands what it's like to carry the weight of a massive family legacy while dealing with impossible parents. They could actually be a really formidable team if they stop sniping at each other. Imagine Victoria and Kyle running Chancellor Winters or something crazy like that. Okay, I'm rambling now. My imagination is getting away from me. But the potential is there. Victor has pushed everyone too far this time by using Matt Clark to terrorize Sharon, by using Diane to destroy Jack, by letting Christine take the fall for his AI crimes. Victor is isolating himself, and when Victor Newman is isolated, he is at his most dangerous. So we will see what happens next week. I am exhausted just thinking about it, but I will be right here, glued to my screen, yelling at these characters to make better choices. Because let's be real, they never do. And that's why we keep watching.